All right, friends. Greetings, salutations. Welcome to this Prophetic Insights, August 17th, 2020, where we analyze current events as they are fulfilling Bible prophecies. Safe to Serve International, first-time viewers, welcome to this Prophetic Insights. Friends, for decades, students of prophecy have presented the straight testimony that the papacy received her deadly wound in 1798, where she lost her control over the kings of the earth, the rulers of various nations. Yet the Bible tells us that deadly wound will be healed. The papacy will one day control the nations of the earth. In light of the current events now transpiring, we can see that it is nearer than when we believed. Take a look at this, my friends. All right. Here it is, my friends. This is July 14th, 2020. The headline reads, the UK, Britain, once a Protestant nation, Protestant majority, is soon to become a Catholic nation. That's startling, my friends. Take a look at this. It says, if present trends continue, the United Kingdom, one of the world's most irreligious societies and long home to a Protestant majority, is bound to become a Catholic nation for the first time since the time of Henry VIII. My friends, that's a startling current event. Now we must consider, why does the report say that Britain, the UK, will become a Catholic nation again? Well, it was once under Roman Catholic rule. But praise God, then came the Protestant reformers that rescued several nations of Europe from the grasp of the papacy. This very article mentioned the Protestant Reformation. Take a look at this, my friends. There it is. It says, I have often speculated what would have happened if Britain had remained Catholic. Something that could have plausibly happened. As Henry VIII break with Rome was not so much about doctrine as in the case of Huss. Who was John Huss, my friends? A Protestant reformer. Wycliffe, John Wycliffe, Martin Luther, John Calvin. Last sentence read, Britain will in a sense likely become a Catholic country once more in the coming years. That simply means that Protestantism has to die for the United Kingdom and Britain, same, to become a Catholic nation again. It simply means the Protestant Reformation is dead. And what happened between October 31st, 2016 through October 31st, 2017? There was a movement entitled The Death of Protestantism, the end of the Protestant Reformation. And who orchestrated that, led out in that movement? Pope Francis, along with other religions and apostate Protestants from Europe, from South America, from North America, from Asia, Australia, Africa. You get the point, not excluding the Caribbean. Notice, friends, it goes on to say clearly, I want everyone to watch this, that one of the reasons why Britain will become a Catholic nation again is due to immigration. Catholics are outnumbering Anglicans due to immigration. It's right there on the screen. Immigration. Not only in Britain, but also in the United States, Argentina, Australia. Let's read the blue words. The Catholic Church in Britain has long been a church of immigrants. Now, friends, I want us to consider this. And which prominent person champions the cause of immigrants, specifically in America? I'll give you a hint with the slogan, build bridges, not walls. Of course, it is the papacy, the Pope of Rome. Look at these two church historians. Listen what they say, my friend. This is Uriah Smith. He clearly says that Roman Catholicism, which has grown strong through immigration, has fixed its rapacious eyes on what country? The United States, determined to bring this government under its power. Votes rule here, and Romanism controls an immense suffrage, which it carefully manipulates to its own ends. And politicians in America who want votes, want power, they bow to the power of the papacy. Notice now, E.J. Wagner goes on to say, in other parts of the world, in no other part of the world is the Roman Catholic Church gaining ground as rapidly as in the United States of America. Why? This is due largely to immigration, which weakens the church in other countries to the same extent that it strengthens it in America. Let me just pause right here, friends, because I want everyone to see this. This is very startling. Now, are we against immigrants? That is ridiculous to be against immigrants. But I want everyone to see this point. It is very, very crucial. Listen to what it goes on to say. Blue words. In saying that the presence of Catholics threatens the liberties of the country, it is not meant that they are in themselves worse than any other people. The danger lies in the fact that they are not a free people, but are bound in slavish obedience to the priests, who are themselves the puppets of the Pope. That's a clear statement, my friends. Britain will become Catholic very, very soon, on a Catholic control. Another reason is the members of Parliament, church leaders are also saying, in order to restore morality in the UK, Catholicism must be brought to the forefront. Her values, doctrines must be enacted by the members of Parliament. Look at this, friends. There it is on the screen. The near total collapse of Christian morality in Britain has led to scores of social problems, including high rates of teen pregnancy, abortion, and homelessness. A strong Catholic minority would become a prominent voice in discussions on such matters. And what are we told, my friends, in Great Controversy, page 587? Friends, read the statement carefully. That Sunday observance by law will be enacted to restore morality in society. That's clear, my friends. With that in mind, let's move on. Now, friends, take a look at this. August 11th, 2020. The previous articles we looked at were to set the stage for this one, August 11th, 2020. Notice the headline. We must remember the Sabbath. Which platform is this? Catholic Herald. Look at the tagline below Catholic Herald. It says, 4 words, spirited thinking since 1888. What comes to mind, SDA people? 1888? Latter rain. What was about to be enacted in the United States of America in 1888? A national Sunday law. All right. What commandment, which commandment does Jesus say, the Lord say we must remember? The 7th-day Sabbath. Now, Catholics have taken that commandment to say, remember Sunday. Take a look at this, my friends. It says, watch carefully, they are telling us the UK is about to be under the same power of the Holy Roman Empire. They are predicting a revival of the Holy Roman Empire, which is Popery. The UK may have left the EU, but next month, a little slice of England may edge that bit closer to Catholic Europe. Councillors from Hampshire, where I live, will deliberate on whether to ban lorries from driving in the county on a Sunday. Sunday movement ban. Did you catch that? Like Sunday shopping ban, Sunday movement ban. It goes on. If they do so, this part of southern England will join Germany, Austria, Hungary, Slovakia, and other parts of what was the Holy Roman Empire in banning HGV movement on the Sabbath, which they call Sunday, my friends. And notice, they are going to tell us now. The prediction is the United Kingdom will be under Roman Catholic control due to the environmental movement. And who is spearheading the environmental movement? It is the Pope of Rome. Look at this, my friends. There it is. The plan to give us a day of rest from the juggernauts is prompted by what? Environmentalism. Pope spearheads that. But listen, it says, but for many millions of Britons who have despondently watched the erosion of what made Sunday special, this will be, if agreed by politicians, a welcome boost, a welcome incentive. What makes it all the more remarkable is that it could mark the moment when the people demand, when the demands of business to liberalize Sunday are put into reverse gear. Reverse gear. No longer liberalizing Sunday. So what is the opposite of liberalizing Sunday? Based on Popery and apostate Protestants, is to make Sunday sacred. Now the same article mentions the trade unions. The trade unions, its movement, its policies will also be one of the reasons that lead to Britain falling under Roman Catholic control again. Notice, my friends, there it is. It says, earlier this year, the Britain government dispatched. It ditched plans to extend Sunday trading hours. Cut Sunday trading hours. That's a throwback of the 1980s, when efforts to allow shops to open on Sundays were fought by a parliamentary coalition of Christian member of parliaments and trades unionists. And what are we told, my friends, in the spirit of prophecy? The trade unions will be one of the agencies that will bring upon this earth a time of trouble such as not been since the world began. And notice, friends, on the screen, what was coming in 1888? That was the year I asked you to recall. Sunday Rest Bill, in connection with the labor movement, the trade unions, the Night of Labor. And the papacy confirmed that, underlined section, in 1888, Nights of Labor. It's clear, my friends, where we are. It's clear. And notice now what they say. Again, Britain will restore the rhythms of life. What will the UK do? Restore don't forget this, the rhythms of life. When they say that, they mean Sunday rest by law. Look at this. There it is. But perhaps the idea of a Sunday ban on HGV, heavy goods vehicles, might make more sense to godless Britons, for whom coronavirus has been a catalyst for change in behavior and outlook. And more broadly, I think COVID-19 may have given people an appetite for the week to be more demarcated. One of my daughters recently asked if it was Saturday. It was Wednesday. She was lost without the rhythms of the week that were once provided by school. That's code language. Rhythms of the week. Look at this article in 2016. The headline reads, "The United Kingdom," same country, "keeps the fourth commandment, Sunday shopping ban." Look at the first sentence. There it is, my friends. Sunday trading laws is likely to disrupt the rhythms of life. Do you see it, friends? That is so integral to the common good. I hear so many members of parliament say, "I want to keep my Sunday special." Frankly, even God took a rest on the seventh day. And what do they call the seventh day? Sunday, my friends. Sunday special. When they say rhythms of life, Sunday rests my law. So, the article says that. Members of parliament say that. What about the papacy? Look at this, my friends. There it is. The Pope says, first sentence, the Pope concluded his reflection with a focus on the need to recover attunement to the rhythms of life. What is he talking about? Red words underlined. Sunday, the day of rest. There it is, my friends. Sunday rest my law. It's clear. And now, the article goes on to say, don't miss this, my friends, that Sunday is the week's punctuation mark to pause. What a contradiction. When Christ gave us the week's punctuation mark to stop, to pause, which is the seventh day of the week. Exodus chapter 20, verse 8 through verse 11. Genesis chapter 2, 1 through verse 3. Hebrews chapter 4. All right, friends, it's clear. Read from verse 7 through verse number 13. Yet they are saying the week's punctuation mark is Sunday. Wait a minute. Sunday, the mark, the week's punctuation mark, is the mark of the beast near. There it is, my friends. It says many countries still hold to the view that the week needs a punctuation mark. There it is, friends. Catholics saying that. Many countries, not only the UK, Britain, many countries still hold to the view that the week needs a punctuation mark, a pause before the working weeks starts again, and a pause that we all share. We all share the mark of the week, Sunday, the mark of the papacy, the mark of the beast. Next sentence, And what do they say now? As coronavirus has shown so many of us the idea of a corona o'clock. A corona o'clock. Not knowing which day it is because each day feels the same. So we need the week's punctuation mark to satisfy the corona o'clock. Sunday rest, my Lord. Here is my point now, friends. In the title of this message, it says, it is nearer than when we believed. Why am I saying this? Do you see what's happening in Europe? Do you see what's happening in the UK, Austria, Slovakia, other countries? Do you know, friends, the Sunday rest, my Lord, begins not in Europe, not in Africa, not in the Caribbean, not in Asia, Australia, not in South America, not in Antarctica. It begins where? In North America, the United States of, not Canada, the United States of America. What says that? Revelation chapter 13. Verse 3, that deadly wound will heal. And verse 11 and verse 12, it begins in the United States of America. This Roman Catholic said, Britain will fall under Roman Catholicism again. Is that prophecy? Oh yes. Take a look at this, my friends. The Bible says in Revelation 13, verse 3 and verse 4, all the nations will wander after the beast. Does that include Britain? Yes, it is. Yes, it does. And Revelation 17, what says verse number 18? The woman, the papacy, she reigns over the kings of the earth. It will happen. But it begins in America. And since it is so on rapid pace in Europe, that means we are farther along in the United States of America. Volume 5, Testimonies for the Church, page 452 says, the Sunday movement is making its way in darkness. Watch this. Revelation chapter 18, verse 2 through verse number 7. It speaks about Babylon, the papacy. Verse number 7 says, the papacy will say, I sit a queen, and I am no widow. I sit a queen, and am no widow. Who is a widow? A woman who has lost her husband. All right. In a spiritual sense, the papacy, the woman, the mother of harlots. Revelation 17, 1 through verse 6 and verse 18. She lost her husband in 1798. Even the leaders of Britain, she lost the control over them. But what says verse 7 of chapter 18 of Revelation? She will one day say, I sit a queen and am no widow. She regains her husband. So yes, my friends, the United Kingdom will again will fall under Roman Catholic control. But where does it begin? It begins where? In the United States of America. What says Romans chapter 13 now? And verse number 11, and that knowing the time, that it is high time to be awakened out of sleep. For now your salvation is nearer than when we believed. It's nearer, friends. What is the work of preparation? The night is far spent. The day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness. Let us put on the armor. What armor? Ephesians chapter 6. Read this before you go to bed tonight. Verse 10 through verse 19. Prayerfully read it, my friends. Examine yourself. Put on the whole armor of light. Make no provisions for the flesh. Cast off. And that's why during midday power search earlier, I said, it's time to log off from Satan and log on to Jesus and his righteousness. Friends, the protest continues. Maranatha.